Hello, friends. Hello, welcome to Wednesday afternoon. I just wanted to drop some good stuff on you today. I ran across an amazing quote the other day, and it was too good to keep to myself. So I'm just going to send this one out. Hope it gets to you and that you have some value. Its origin was the Reverend Dr. Ralph Sockman. He was senior pastor of Christ Church in New York City between 1917 and 1961. He gained considerable prominence by doing the National Radio Pulpit. The National Radio Pulpit. It was a Sunday morning radio program syndicated by NBC. In addition to that, he was active in YMCA, obviously his church work. He was a lecturer, he was a writer. He was a towering figure in the Christian community for many decades. The quote was this: "Faced with the immensity of the universe, Job realized that there are limits to man's rationalizing, and we cannot find where the cloud of sorrow begins. That all our boasted knowledge is but an island in the vast ocean of mystery, and as the island of knowledge grows larger, the shoreline of mystery becomes longer. At the end of his wits, he surrendered in trust to a higher wisdom." And that's amazing, amazing quote. We see this resignation of trust, this matter of trust, best in Job 23, 8 through 10, when Job says, "Behold, I go forward, he's not there. I go backwards, he's not there. I don't perceive him anywhere. I look on my left hand, my right hand, I can't find him. But he knows the way that I take." This is what he said. He knows the way that I take, and when he has tried me, I will come forth as gold. And see, this is a resignation of trust that we all must reach. And there are things we cannot and will not understand from within the limits of the finite mind. Those who are actually paying attention recognize the severe limits of knowledge, human knowledge, as they learn, the more they learn. Throughout life, the immutable lesson is always and will always be: we have so much more to learn. And learn we should. We should learn, right? Ignorance is understandable. Really, there's no shame in not knowing. Willful ignorance, however, on the other hand, that's tragic, right? The person who will not learn is no better off than the person who cannot learn. And the person who's locked themselves out of learning for whatever reason has sadly locked themselves into misunderstanding. A tragic state. But conversely, at the limits of our knowledge is trust. And while we do not and cannot know, God does. And that's what the resignation of trust is all about. As difficult as that may be, as uncomfortable as that may feel, that is often our only option. And in reality, let me remind you, that is our best option. Right? One thing Job did get right: it is impossible for God to do wrong, he said. It is impossible for the Almighty to act unjustly. Indeed, it is true that God does not act wickedly, and the Almighty does not pervert justice. We don't know a lot of things, but we can know with acute clarity some things, and God is good, and God is kind, and God is on our side, and God is in our favor. And so this is the resignation of trust. When we do not understand, after all of our efforts, we put it in God's hands. The God of the Bible, the God whom we serve, is the Alpha and the Omega, the one who is, who was, and is to come, the Almighty. We can trust through our uncertainty and confusion because the Lord Almighty, who is and who was, has taken his great power and reigns. David may have said it best. He said, "The Lord is my light and my salvation. Whom shall I fear? The Lord is the stronghold of my life. Whom should I dread?" In those times of disorientation and doubt, our final answer is: if God be for us, who can be against us? And take some time and really think through this resignation of trust. Your sanity is there, your peace of mind is there, and hope, great comfort and consolation is there. Remember what the psalmist said: some take hope in chariots, and some take hope in horses, but we hope in the name of the Lord our God. They collapse and fall, but we will rise and stand firm. Y'all have a great day. See you next time.